Hi, and welcome to Coleman Tarot. My name is H.E. Coleman, and this is the Game of Thrones reading. I am really excited. My boyfriend got me this amazing tarot deck of Game of Thrones, and I wanted to share it with all of you, so I'm going to be doing Game of Thrones readings this month and probably next month as well. He also got me this little paperweight for new subscribers. For all my subscribers, I'm going to put all of your names into a pile and pick one at random for this little direwolf. I told him I wasn't going to be doing my giveaways anymore. I had a couple of giveaways the last few months, and I said, okay, I'm finally done the giveaways. And he said, not yet. Give away this little cute little direwolf. So that comes in a nice gift box, and it comes with this little book all about the Stark family. Okay? So that is going to be the prize for this month. Now, that's about it. I guess we'll just get started. Okay? Here we go. Okay, Gemini, here we go. Knocking my stuff over. All right. I am celebrating today because not only do I have my new deck, but also I am officially halfway through my new book. I have 3 other books out there. I'm on my 4th book. This is my first non-fiction book, so I'm really excited about that. Oh, right, Gemini. Boom. The Chariot. Fast progress right away. Good for you guys. Nice. All right. Then you have, the lovers. Yeah, the lovers, Gemini. Then you have Strength. Nice. Get to see Brienne on the table again. She's showing up a lot. Then we have the Knight of Coins. Brienne again. Brienne of Tarth. Then we have the Two of Cups, sorry. Then we have the 10 of Spears. Your obstacle is going to be the 9 of Spears. Oh, work here. Work. And your outcome is this one here. The 8 of Coins upside down. Okay. I know what that's about. I can tell already. Then this is what you have. This is the stuff that's hidden from you, okay? Flayed man, right? This deck is really cracking me up. It's funny. The hanged man is the flayed man. It's so funny. Somebody really did a good job on this deck. Okay. Here we have the Chariot. Now, the Chariot is about fast progress. Look at this guy. He is not going to stop and say, this dragon's not going to stop and say, okay, I think we should just, there's guys here, so I better just stop and turn around. He's not that kind of guy. Drogo just barrels through. He just crush everybody here. Even these guys who are cheering for him, he's saying, I'm really, you're doing a great job, dragon. And then he just steps on him by accident. He does not care. He just barrels through. And that's going to be you. Now, when you're barreling through, please make sure that you're not barreling over guys like that. Trying to if you're gonna barrel through and say, okay, my career is gonna take off or our relationship's gonna go to the next level. Try not to step on anybody when you're doing that, but it's great for you that you're gonna be making some progress. Okay, whether that's relationship wise or whether that's career wise, because some of you it's gonna be about your career, some of you it's gonna be about your relationship. Everyone's different, but it's progress. Whatever it is that you really care about, you're gonna be making some fast progress. Okay, the Chariot is about just barreling forward, as I said. But the problem with the Chariot, the great thing about the Chariot is that you're making progress. The bad thing about the Chariot is that you have to be careful which way you're steering your cart. Whatever you're focused on, you're going to make progress toward that. So if you're focused on something negative, you're progressing toward that. If you're focused on something positive, you're barreling toward that. So you're going to be shooting forward this month, so you better be careful what you're focused on, what you really want to accomplish. Know what you want. Okay? Over here you have the lovers. Beautiful. What a great moment. Okay, you have the lovers there on top of the wall. That is about you really making a deep connection with somebody. Now, 9 times out of 10, it's about a relationship where you're really connecting with somebody, but it can also be like a coworker. It can also be a family member. It can also be a new person that you meet that you just have a really great soul connection with. Kindred spirits. So it can be either a soulmate with a relationship or it can be a kindred spirit where you just feel like you guys really get along and you can read each other's minds and you just say, we both want the same thing. We're headed in the same direction. Okay, that's great. Now, over here you have the Strength card, Brienne of Tarth. That's great. She's there to tell you that whatever you need to do, you can do it. You can put on your armor. If people are trying to insult you or hurt your feelings or whatever, or bug you on the internet, you put on your armor and you just say, you can't get through and hurt me with your words. I'm okay. I've got my sword here. I've got my goals. The swords are about the goals and the things you're trying to accomplish and taking action. Swords are about action and intelligence. So you've got that, and you're not going to allow petty things to get through your armor and bug you. The only downside of this is just to allow people in, to allow love to get underneath that armor, because she's not doing that so far. She's not letting the love in. Okay. But I understand that because she's been through some rough times and she's got her armor on and she's saying, I'm not going to, like, I'm going to go towards my goals. I'm not going to just allow somebody else to steer me off my path. And that's fine. That's great. Okay? As far as that goes, don't let other people's comments steer you off your path. Don't let other people's influence steer you off your path. Okay? You know what you want. Make sure you go after it and don't let somebody interfere with that. That's what the strength is about. Okay, in the middle of your month, you have the Knight of Coins. Again, she's there. She is on her horse. No one can move her here. That is about money coming to you that's been taking a long time to get to you, okay? You've been waiting and waiting and waiting, and you're like, where is it? But it shows up exactly when it's supposed to. Flying for it. It shows up exactly when it's supposed to, and there she is holding it, and she's very reliable. Nothing is going to distract her. Nothing is going to stop her from achieving her goal. And the money is coming to you, okay? It might take a while to get there, but it's coming. It's going to be reliable. Now, over here you have the Two of Cups, right above the Lovers. This is like almost the same thing as the Lovers. Very, very deep connection with somebody. Very, very deep. And you can see there's 2 cups here, but it's not just the 2 cups. They are intertwined. This is like the marriage vows. This cup is intertwined, and these 2 souls are intertwined through life and death. Those souls are intertwined. That's a deep connection with somebody. That's what you're going to have this month. And with 2 of those cards on the table, it's romance time. It's love time, okay? It's time to really be close with somebody. All right. Over here you have the 10 of Spears. Now, these are javelins from the jousting tournament, okay? And this guy is left to carry it all. And what that's telling me is, when you watch the show and there's like the tournament thing and everybody's like, oh, we're all the fancy, pretty people with all the money. We're sitting here having a great time. And nobody ever thinks about this poor schlep who's got to carry all this stuff. So what that's telling me is you might feel like you've been, left to pick up some pieces. You might feel like no one's really appreciating you. No one's really noticing all the hard work you're doing. But if it's about a relationship, they will notice. Trust me. If you're putting in a lot of work in a relationship and you're, working hard to spend time with this person, and you're working hard to think about what they want, helping them out with burdens and chores. If you see your partner is overburdened and you take some of those burdens off your partner, like doing the dishes, okay, like doing the dishes or the laundry or going and cleaning the car or whatever needs to be done, getting the groceries or whatever. If you're taking some of the burden off of your partner, then they're going to appreciate that. You're going to be closer. And if you see a friend or someone that you really care about and they're overburdened, try taking some of that burden off of them, okay? Because this could be them or this could be you, just feeling really overburdened, overworked, underappreciated, and that's not a good way to feel. And you have these 2 cards here where you're really close to someone, so either they or you is going to help pick up the slack so that the person feels better and feels happier, okay? And there's going to be massive reward for that. So if you have a partner who is overburdened, this is the time to just take over some of that burden, and they will really appreciate it. You will appreciate it too, because they're going to be really happy with you. Okay, your obstacle is the 9 of Spears. The 9 of Spears. This is about going to battle. Okay, going to battle, and you have all of these guys here. They're setting up their shields of the flayed man, which you also have here, the flayed man, because they want to scare you. It's all about fear. Okay, it's all about them trying to delay you from what you want to accomplish because they're trying to scare you. Instead of just jumping into the battle, they're setting up their people, they're setting up their shields, they're trying to psychologically psych you out so that you won't go into the battle. So I think this is about overcoming your fear. And this is about just going for it. This is about overcoming not only your fear, but you can easily overcome an obstacle if you can overcome your fear, because your fear is always worse than the actual obstacle you have to deal with. Okay, whatever you're afraid of, it's not as bad as living in fear. So that's your obstacle this month, to overcome your fear. All right? Now, and I'm not sure what you're afraid of, because really everything here looks good, except for having too much work. And I don't think you're really afraid of that. I think you're just annoyed by it. I think the only thing that I can think of that you're afraid of here is this success. You're afraid of moving forward, either in the relationship or in the career. You're really advancing forward at a quick pace, and you might be scared of that. You might say, I don't know if I want this or not. I don't know if I'm going to be scared of that. But I think if it's a relationship, it's going to turn out great. So you can easily get over that fear. If it's the career, then yeah, there might end up being a lot of work. When you shoot forward, you might end up having a lot of work, but I think it's going to be worth it, because progress is always worth it. Okay? I mean, maybe not industrially, but progress is worth it in your soul. Progress is worth it as far as learning new things and meeting new people and going out there and doing stuff. Even if it's uncomfortable, you learn from it, okay? Now, your outcome is the 8 of coins in reverse. So it is work. The 8 of coins. This is about, and for some people, a relationship is work. The 8 of coins is about somebody who is working really hard. You can see that the candle there is burning down, and they are working really hard when they shouldn't even be working. When it's their time off, they're still working. So this is somebody who's putting a lot of hours, and they're trying to perfect something. They're trying to master something, okay? Whether that's a relationship or work. They're trying to get really good at it so that they can advance their career. And this is in a reverse. So what it's telling me is you might have already done that, or you might have said, I've just worked really hard. I need to take a break. I don't want to be burning the midnight oil anymore. I worked really hard. I got my promotion, or I got my advancement, and now I just want to dump this burden. I want to dump this, and I want to move on a little bit. So if you are really super overburdened with work right now, or your partner is really overburdened with work right now, you're not too enchanted with it. You're a little annoyed by it. You're a little upset by it, and you're saying, I don't want to do this anymore. I want to just dump this work. And you're going to, because you're at the 10 of spears. That's at the point where you're going to dump it. That's at the point where you're almost completely done. So you are going to get over that, and you're going to say, whew, I don't need to work right now. I'm done. Okay, my focus is going to go elsewhere to my partner. Okay? Now, especially if they're helping you with work, they're helping you get it completed, you're definitely going to focus on them and say thanks. All right, over here, this is the stuff that's hidden from you. You have the Hanged Man, which is the flayed man, which is about waiting. Okay, it's about waiting. And that's about waiting for the money to get there, waiting for the work to be done. You're waiting. You say, this feels like limbo. When's it going to be over? I think your partner's going to help you, or you're going to help them, and then it'll be over. Then you can enjoy each other. Okay, over here, the other card you have is the 9 of Swords. Okay, and the 9 of Swords is about fear. And that's what I was telling you before over here. Here it's about fear. They're setting these things up to scare you and to psych you out. And look, these things are all like prison bars, right? And this is the cage of fear, and you've got the bars here again. So again, someone is trying to intimidate you, whether it's your new job or whether it is your it's not your relationship, but you guys are getting along really, really well. But even if you're intimidated by the relationship and saying, I don't know if I want to take this to the next level, and you get over your fear, then you get to the next level, and it's amazing, okay? Because I think you have fear here twice. You have fear, and then you, again, have the flayed man, which does not look too pleasant. Doesn't look too fun. Waiting is not fun, okay? It's just not. So I think as soon as you get over your fear, you can get over the waiting. That's why you're waiting, to get over the fear. Now, the last thing you have, this is the last card that you have for this deck. You have Bran sitting there, and the Crow is there. Now, the Hermit card is about deciding what you really want, okay? Figuring out who you really want to be with, what you really want. So before you have this thing with the lovers, you're going to go off, and you're going to say, do I really want to be with this person? How much do they mean to me? What do I really want to do? Do I really want to put work first all the time? Do I really want to be, taking this job and getting this promotion or whatever it is that you're shooting forward in success? Go and think about what you really want. And then the Crow is there to give you advice. You might want to ask some advice from somebody. You might want to ask somebody that you know. And you might want to get some professional advice. But other than that, if you go off by yourself, the universe will give you signs. It'll give you advice. It's always giving you signs. People just don't notice them because they're just so wrapped up in their own little, drama and distractions of the world. They don't see all the signs. And thousands of years ago, people used to interpret the signs all the time. But now we're just so, caught up in modern life that we forget about the signs. But this card is telling me that you're going to be receiving signs from the universe when you go off by yourself and think about who and what you really want. Then come back and really appreciate that person and don't take them for granted, because you know now how much they mean to you, okay? Or you know how much that job means to you. So you can say, I know how much this means. I'm going to dump all this stuff and go and enjoy myself a little bit so I can come back and be fresh for the job when I come back, or fresh for the job, have a fresh attitude for the job, and just say, do I really want to do all this work, or do I want to dump it and get a new job, or do I want to start to take this promotion and do all this work and appreciate the opportunity that they're giving me. Instead of just saying, oh my gosh, it's a burden, you could say, oh my gosh, it's an opportunity and I'm almost done. And when it's done, I'll be advancing forward in my career. Okay, this is your fate card for the month. Perfect. Locked doors can now be opened. Yes, and here is your cage. Here is your key. Okay, the cage is fear. The key is you overcoming that fear, facing the fear, taking the new job, starting the relationship, going to the next level in the relationship, letting someone help you. That is the scariest thing, to let someone help you. That's not easy. It requires strength, especially if you can't trust people. If you have a problem trusting people, it's super hard to get this close to someone. Okay, you need to overcome your fear, even if it's a fear of intimacy, which is not easy for people. You need to overcome that fear, at least this month. Face it. Okay, take the first step because it will unlock some really important doors. All right, here is your spiritual card. I already know I'm going to pick this guy because he's sticking out. Okay. I get so excited. Movement. And you already know that because you have this movement, okay? Movement. Here you have this guy, this is Brand of Taurus, this horse standing still. But you are not going to be staying still for long, relationship-wise or the career-wise, because you have movement, okay? Movement and movement. This is about fast progress. This is about movement, and that's what your month is going to be about. This is about you being disenchanted. Your outcome is being disenchanted with the work and saying, you know what, I just finished a big project. I need to focus on my partner, or I need to focus on my friends. I need to focus on somebody who's been there for me, somebody who cares about me. And if you don't have someone in your life that you're really close to that cares about you, now is the time to go and try to say, look, I'm super strong, I'm super great, career's going awesome, but I need to take down some of my armor and see if I can connect with somebody, because you have a really, really good possibility this month for finding either a soulmate or a kindred spirit, like a really good friend, or reconnecting with a family member, because you're going to be close to somebody. So let down some of the armor. And Brand of Taurus, same to you. Tormund's just waiting, man. Waiting. He's just waiting. Okay, so let down some of that armor, okay? Even if it's just your face, just talk to somebody, okay? Just even if you don't want to take off the armor, your face is not covered, so you can at least talk to Tormund. For God's sake, talk to Tormund. All right, have a wonderful month, and I will see you next month. Bye.